I've always thought it was kind of stupid to have to wear a mask when you walk into a restaurant, and then as soon as you sit down at the table and start eating or drinking, you take the mask off. Good morning, people of the YouTube world. This is Cruiseman, and I am just about to leave the parking lot of Awake here in Carrollton. I came up here this morning just to have some coffee. Normally I meet my friend Don Smith up here, but he had an appointment this morning, so I'm on my own today. And I'll show you a short video of the front door at Awake and see if you can tell me what's missing from the door and from the windows. You'll notice there is no sign anymore asking you to wear a mask when you come in. I found that kind of interesting and refreshing. So I did not wear a mask when I went in today. It's the first time I've gone into a place in quite a while that I didn't have a mask on when I went in. I've always thought it was kind of stupid to have to wear a mask when you walk into a restaurant, and then as soon as you sit down at the table and start eating or drinking, you take the mask off. But, you know, what do I know? I've also thought it was, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble here, but, you know, everything we're doing is based on the science. But I have not seen a scientific study, and if you have seen one, please send it to me, to show that this little piece of blue Chinese paper that we're wearing has any effect at all on preventing the spread of COVID. So I know there are scientists that say it does, but that's not science. That's just people's opinions. Has there actually been a test, a scientific study showing that the little cheap blue piece of paper, and I'm not talking about an N95 mask. I'm sure an N95 mask that has a seal around the face probably has some good effect. But this thing that you see everybody else wearing, and everybody, myself included, wearing, I don't know, I've seen a lot of images on the internet where if you inhale cigarette smoke or a vape and you release it through the mask, it just goes around the edges of the mask. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk to you about today. If you've seen that scientific study, please send it my way. Personally, I don't think the mask does anything, and that's why you see numbers in states where they have heavy mandates on masks. Their numbers continue to go up too. It doesn't seem, I don't know, it's just my opinions for what they're worth. I wear a mask because as a courtesy to other people. That's my personal opinion. I don't feel like it's protecting me. I don't feel like it's protecting anybody else. But I do wear it just as a courtesy because I know there are people out there who do believe it's effective and it makes them feel better. If it makes them feel better, you know, who am I to not do it? Yesterday I had Rodney come back over with his 2013 Goldwing, and it was a little disappointing. As you may recall, a couple of months ago, I don't know if it was a month or two ago, I installed some chrome accents on his saddlebags, and these are applied with a double-sided tape, basically. And as you can see in the photos I'll show on the screen, these chrome accents have pulled away from the saddlebag. Now, I had questions about this mounting system when I first saw these accents, because when I opened the first package, before I ever installed Rodney's accents, I noticed that the double-sided tape was pulling away from the chrome, or actually it's plastic chrome. I noticed it was pulling away in the corner. There's a almost a 90-degree curve on one end of the accent, and I noticed when I opened the package that double-sided tape had pulled away from the chrome. So I contacted Add-On about this, and they told me that it was no big deal, and that, you know, they actually sent me out another set. When I opened the second set, before I installed anything, I noticed that once again the adhesive had pulled away from that chrome. So bottom line, Rodney brings his bike back over, and the chrome has almost completely pulled off of the saddlebag. Now you'll notice in the pictures that the adhesive, you can see where it has completely released. For the most part, the tape released from the chrome strip, not from the saddlebag. You can see areas where the adhesive tape is still stuck to the saddlebag. So the problem lies in the chrome accent piece, and there on the inside of that piece where this tape is adhered, there are basically some little ribs molded into the chrome plastic. So here's another piece. It just kind of pulled right off. I didn't have to even tug on it. It just pulled straight off of those ribs, those chrome ribs. There's just not much surface area for this tape to adhere to. And personally, with my limited engineering experience, my personal opinion is there's just not enough surface area on those little chrome ribs for that tape to solidly adhere. And that's why it's pulling away. So, Add-On did send me a third set of the accents with a little bit wider adhesive put on, but the width of the adhesive is not the problem. It's the surface area on the chrome. And I even was able to pull some of that adhesive right off. It just peeled right off that chrome, no problem. You shouldn't be able to do that. If it was 3M adhesive and it was properly applied, there's no way that tape would come off of that chrome strip that easily. So after removing the old chrome accents from Rodney's bike and looking at the new chrome accents they sent me, we even held it up to the motorcycle saddlebag, and we could even see on this set there was a slight gap at that curve at the front of the saddlebag. There was a gap, enough of a gap to where there's no way that adhesive tape was even going to mate up to the saddlebag. After seeing that, Rodney said, you know what, I'm afraid we're going to be right back here in a month taking these things off again. So we decided not to install, or not to reinstall, the new set of Add-On chrome accents. So if you have a 2012 to 2017 Honda Goldwing, this is a really unique situation for me. I've never been put in this situation before, because Add-On Accessories, that was a sponsored video that I did. They paid me to make a video for them to show how to install these accent pieces. And now I'm in a situation where I did install it on Rodney's bike, and now I had to remove them because they didn't, in my opinion, they just didn't work. And you can even see in the photograph, when you hold the piece up next to the saddlebag, the chrome accent piece is virtually straight and the saddleback is curved, so it has to make this bend. The plastic actually has to bend around the saddlebag to fit. So what that means is there's always a constant outward pressure on that trim piece. It's always wanting to go back to its original shape, which is straight. Had it been molded in such a way so that it followed the curve of the saddlebag, I don't think this would have been a problem. But you've got two things. You got poor adhesion of the tape onto the trim piece, and you've got a straight piece of plastic that you're trying to bend around a curved piece of plastic and getting it to stick, which creates even more of a issue. Now, I want to, if you have applied these accent strips to your 2012 to 2017 Goldwing, I'd like to know your experience. If you've had this same issue, please let me know in the comments down below, or if it's worked perfectly for you, please let me know in the comments down below. Perhaps I did something wrong. It's possible. I've made mistakes before. To be fair to my audience, since I put out a video showing how to install these, I need to let you know the entire story of what happened with this product. Now, as far as add-on accessories goes, they have a great reputation. I have their DRL turn signals on the front of my bike. It's an excellent product. I absolutely love them. As far as I know, they've always had an excellent reputation for quality. So I am a little surprised and disappointed, and I just wanted to put it out there, let you know my experience and Rodney's experience with his 2013 Goldwing. I'm on my way home to set up and test a brand new compressor that I just received from DeWalt. I'll be doing a video on that because I needed a new compressor to air up my tires, and I will be unboxing it today, doing a video on that. I've also got a new tire pressure gauge tool that I'm going to show you, and I've got a new product from Pathfinder LED that I'll be installing on Don Smith's bike later this week. So lots of cool stuff coming. That's why you need to click that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of these videos. Click that little bell icon so that YouTube will notify you when I come out with new videos. So thanks again for joining me. I'll see you on the next Cruiseman's Motovlogs.